partnership with CommSec.
All right, and a very good morning, Tom Piotrowski over at CommSec. How are you feeling this footy finals weekend, Tom? Are you feeling energised, victorious?
Oh, look, I'm probably independent of the outcomes, yeah. But
Okay, don't have a dog in any of those fights?
Oh, look, if there was one, I'd probably like to see the Cats get up.
Fair enough.
In the AFL.
Okay, yep, fair enough. All right, how are our markets looking this morning?
Look, it's looking well, Pete. We will kick off in not only in positive territory, but in record territory as well. So that's been a feature of the last couple of sessions, navigating those rarefied climbs. So today the futures are pointing to an improvement of around 0.4%, having gained 0.6% yesterday. You might recall this time last morning we were talking about the downbeat tone after the US Federal Reserve cut interest rates by 0.5%. Stocks didn't really respond to it. A day later, we've seen quite the belated positive response with record highs in any number of settings. One that stands out is the S&P 500 hitting a record high for the 39th time this year, and it did it in quite considerable style, up by almost 2%. The Dow Jones was up 1.3%, the Nasdaq up by 2.3%, but this was a tide that lifted a lot of boats, Pete. So we saw other indices, which we don't talk about as much, but are quite important. The Philadelphia Semiconductor Index, the measure of chip makers, was up by almost 5%, 4.7%. The KBW Bank Index was up by almost 3%. The Russell 2000 up by about 2%. That's a measure of small stocks. So you are seeing quite a full-throated celebration of this move lower for interest rates in the United States. Tesla shares rose 7%. You saw Caterpillar up 7%. New Corp, which makes steel products, up by about 4%. So this is quite the groundswell that we're seeing. It's a question of to what extent this carries through over the course of coming weeks. So importantly, what this means for the Australian share market is that we've seen a moderation in the greenback. That has been quite supportive for commodity prices. We've got copper prices at a 2-month high, oil up by 1.5%, gold up by 1%. So at the least, mining stocks will be supported. We've already seen BHP and Rio do well in European trade. They're up by around 3%. So there's some of the things to expect in local trade today.
All right, Tom Piotrowski, thank you.